Hello guys, so in this video I am going to tell you how to implement a min function or a boolean function using 8:1 mux. So we can implement any boolean function using a multiplexer that can be either 16:1 or 8:1 or 4:2. Okay, but the number of multiplexer changes. So here we are going to implement using 8:1 mux, and this is the given function. So let's construct the truth table from the min function. So the min function is active or 1 at 1, 3, 4, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that is 1, that is active at again 3, and these all are zeros, and again it's active at 2, 12, 13, 14, I'm sorry, 12, 13, 14 and 15. Okay, so this is the truth table. Now let's see how to construct the multiplexer from this. Okay, so here there is a small technique which you need to remember. So here we know that this is 8 to 1 multiplexer, right? So that is equal to, so what are the number of inputs? 3. So 2 power 3 is equal to 8. So this contains exactly 3 select lines. Okay, 3 select lines and 8 inputs. Now I am going to choose these select lines from the my inputs randomly. So we can take any 3 input lines, any 3 input variables as the select lines. So here I am going to choose A, B, C as my input lines, sorry, select lines. And here D is mapped as input. D is mapped as input. All right. So let's see how we can make this. So first of all, there is small technique to remember. So here there will be I0, I1, I2, I3, I4, I5. These are my inputs. Okay, these are my 8 inputs, and for these respective inputs, it is mapped with either of D or D bar. Okay, we don't know which is exactly mapped. So in Boolean algebra, there can be 3 values. For example, if A is variable or D is variable, D, D bar, 0 and 1. So any of these things can be given as input. So if I am assuming that D is given or D is mapped as input, so even these two things also come into picture. So these are the respective 7 inputs, I mean 8 inputs, and it can be either D, D bar, as D is mapped as input. So let's see at which points my D is high and which point it is low. We can see that at 0, here exactly 0, D is 0. So at D it is 0. It's so let's write this as D bar and this as D. Okay, this as D. So it is 0 at 0, and again at 2 it is again 0, and 4, 6, 8, 10. So it's alternatively 0. And let's see at which values it is D, that means high. 1, 3, so odd values it is high. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13 and 15. Okay, so this is somehow we are writing it, and now we need to check that at which values our output is high. Our output is high at 1, so just round off 1. Again it is high at 3, Now again round off 3 and 12, 13, 14 and 15. 12, 13, 14 and 15. All right. Now after rounding off at which outputs it is high, we can estimate the values of I0 to I7 here. So first I0 is active at D, so directly write D. Next I1 is at again D, we can write it as D. Next I2, so it is nowhere active, right? At 4 and 5 it is 0, so we can just write 0. And 6 and 7 also 0, and 8 and 9 it's again 0, and 10 and 11, 10 and 11 it's, I'm very sorry, at 11 also it's high, right? So here also it is high, so change here also, so it's again D here. And at I6 it is active at both D and D bar. Okay, so now D plus D bar, that equal to 1. All right, so this is 1. And next again 14 and 15 also high, so this is also equal to 1. All right, now we have got the values as, so I'm writing it in as a list: D, D, 0, 0, 0, D, 1, 1. Okay, so these are my inputs. So let's see how the multiplexer looks like. So I'm again writing here the values from I0 to I7, that is D, D, 0, so let me see it again, DD, 3 zeros, D, 1, 1. Okay, so these are my inputs which are exactly mapped to D. It is having exactly 3 inputs, A, B, C, and 1 output. Now at this will be respective I0 value, and this is the I7 value. So just consecutively apply here also: D, D, 0, 0, 0, D, 1, 1. Okay, now whenever we have given the values A, B, C, okay, so it will select any of these values. So here the output is exactly mapped with the input, which is D.